What are the overarching themes, energies, circumstances coming up for Leo in the month of October 2025, please? Great gratitude in reverse. Oh, Leo, great gratitude in reverse. Yeah. So you're not happy with how things have been. It's not even so much how things are currently, but it's like you're not happy with how things have been, right? You are less than satisfied, let's put it that way. Okay. You may feel like, you know, even though things may not be as difficult or challenging as they were, they're still not wonderful, right? So you're wondering when are things going to fundamentally change for you? But they are. That's the thing. Yeah, you have friends and colleagues. Okay. Okay. This is the thing, Leo. You've had a rough time. You feel like things haven't been easy. But you also feel like people haven't made it any easier for you either. You may even feel like the people that are supposed to be there for you, that are supposed to support you, have your back, were laughing behind it instead. And I'm sorry to say that. That's not a nice energy at all. But that's how you feel for some of you, right? That the people you thought would actually like support you and help you get through a difficult time were instead laughing at your misfortune or your difficulties. And if that's the case, you know what to do, okay? If that is the case. But that definitely feels like that is the case for some of you, okay? That's what you've been experiencing. And there's been radio silence from certain people, okay? And if that's the case, then again, that just shows you what you needed to know, okay? About the people that you have as part of your inner circle. So I am sorry to hear that. But just know things are changing, okay? It may feel like it's not, you know, like a complete, you know, 180 flip, right? But that doesn't mean things aren't changing. It may not happen instantaneously or overnight. The differences may not be that dramatic, but you can see changes occurring, right? It just may be more incremental. There may be multiple things that's needing to change simultaneously. So, yeah, patience is going to be required, not just with your circumstances, but especially yourself, okay? Because you have navigated a lot recently, okay? But let me tell you, things are improving. It just takes time, okay? Tell me more. Yeah, you have the King of Cups with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That's the thing. You feel like nothing is changing. Like you're stuck, you're stagnant, right? Nothing is changing whatsoever. There is no movement whatsoever. But that's not the case, right? I just think, again, you feel that way because you expected that someone at least was going to show up for you or be in your corner, right? But with that King of Wands in reverse, that's your energy, Leo. You feel like they didn't, right? They didn't. And you feel some type of way about it. Like you may actually be quite upset or angry or frustrated because you thought that someone really cared for you, that they really had your back, right? Out of all these people, at least this person would be there, and they weren't. So you're feeling very raw about it with that King of Wands in reverse. You may be very angry, very pissed off, right? Frustrated, annoyed. Very disheartened as well, I would say, for sure. So I get that, you know? Because the way you see it, it's like, well, if it was the other way around, I would have showed up for them. I would have been there. They would have been able to count on me, you know? I would have shown up like, you know, with snacks and drinks and a blanket, you know? It's that kind of energy, you know? Like, I would have shown up, you know, supporting them. But they didn't show up for me. Yeah, 6 of Wands. But again, it's just showing you what needs to change in your life. Because things are changing in your life. But now, when it comes to interpersonal relationships, there are certain connections that you need to let go. Because you are fundamentally changing. And I feel like certain energies, these people, right, would only bring you down further. You see like those dark twigs that are reaching up towards the butterfly? I feel like that's these people. Right? Whereas you are this butterfly. You're ready to soar. You're ready to have a new experience. You are fundamentally changing. You have changed. And these people haven't. And that's the thing. I just feel like it's not that these people have changed on you, but you're seeing them clearly for who they really are. That they were never really in your corner. And so you can be free of them now, right? Because as you come up, these people would only try to bring you down. So it's better that you release them now, see them for what they are now, before you come up. You know what I mean? And in that way, you don't have to worry about them trying to bring you down. Because they'll already be miles away from you. You know? And it is unfortunate that these people are that way, but hey, that's how they are. It's not your job to change them. It's your job to change your circumstances so you no longer have to be around them, right? So if you know that this was a group that you were part of, right, but you want to be free of this energy, it's time to make a change. Set boundaries. You don't have to be around them. Especially if you're not in close quarters with them, right? You don't have to be around them. So, but yeah, there's someone in particular, with that Emperor in reverse, I feel like there was someone in particular that really let you down. Someone who you thought would be like your rock, or someone that you thought would be dependable. You could always count on. This could even be like a, I don't know, almost like an older brother figure, or like a father figure, or just someone that you thought was that person, that rock, right? And they just really wasn't. Like when you needed it the most, there was nowhere to be seen. And if anything, you may have realized that these people were laughing at your misfortune, or laughing behind your back while you were struggling, right? And that is very disheartening. You know, it can be very upsetting, but it's better to know who you're dealing with. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's giving the energy with that Five of Swords in reverse. Laugh now, cry later. Because you're not defeated. You're not defeated at all. Not in the slightest. You know, you hit a bump in the road, but you're still moving. Right? You're still going. So I'm telling you, don't base it on what you've just experienced, because things are fundamentally changing for you. I've got that in your last reading as well, right? That things are changing. But again, you know, some things will take time. That doesn't mean it's not changing. But the main thing that really needs to change right now in this month is the people you surround yourself with. Because some of these people do not mean you well, right? And like I said, what did I say? Look at this. Right? When they see you flourishing, thriving, when they see you on your come up, right? When they see you like glowing, blossoming, they're going to try and worm their way back in to bring you back down with this phony, friendly energy, right? This phony show of care. Yeah. So it's better that you know now, you see them for who they are now, so you can release them. And the only people that surround you when you're in this energy are the people that truly are for you. The people that truly mean you well and not want to bring you down. Okay? So I know it's a harsh lesson, it's a harsh situation, Leo, but I'm telling you, it's freeing you. So you're only being around people that want to see you grow, expand, that want to see you happy, rather than the people that want to see you in lack, okay? So I hope that does help.